Hey guys, it's Jeff from Pressure Luck, and today we are going to make crispy kale fried rice. The rice so nice, you're going to want to cook it twice. Well, you don't really cook it twice, but we just pressure cook the rice first, then we do all the sauteing after, then we combine it together, and it's so easy, all done in one pot, and if you love kale, you're gonna be in heaven. Now, if you don't really love kale, you don't really trust it, you never had it before, and it doesn't really appeal to you, kind of like me, believe me, once you crisp that kale up with a little bit of ghee, I'm telling you, your mouth's gonna go OMG. Even better, this one's gonna be in my second cookbook, the lighter step-by-step Instant Pot cookbook. I'm so excited about this. I have to share it with you now, just to get you excited about what's gonna be in this book. So let's go right to the Instant Pot and make some amazing crispy kale fried rice. So the first thing I wanna do is I wanna take a large shallot and dice it up. All right, now to my Instant Pot, I wanna add in 2 cups of regular brown rice, not instant, just regular brown rice, that I've rinsed under the water through this strainer for about 90 seconds, making sure that all the water goes from a cloudy color to a clear one. The rinsing the rice is important. Don't skip this step. It's only 90 seconds of your time. And the reason being is because it won't make the rice really get mushy when it cooks. You want it to be kind of independent. So just add that to the pot, along with 2 cups of low sodium vegetable broth, or you can make your own, or you could even just use water if you want. But adding some broth adds a little bit more flavor to the rice. Now we're just going to stir everything up so the rice is combined nicely with the broth, or the liquid, or the water. It's equal parts rice to water ratio for brown rice, as it is for white rice. I'm going to secure my lid, make sure that I'm in the sealing position. On some models, such as the Max, you already automatically are when you put the lid on. And others, you have to just make sure the little nozzle over here is in the sealing position. All right, I'm going to come down to my control panel and I'm going to hit the pressure cook or manual button, depending on your model. And I want to go, guys, on this for 25 minutes at high pressure, all right? If your model has a start button, hit the start button. And now that we're done pressure cooking, we're gonna allow a 10-minute natural release. That means we do nothing until this reads 10. The display is gonna begin to count up when it's done pressure cooking. So once that reads 10, we'll then finish with a quick release. And now that 10 minutes of a natural release have passed, we'll finish it off with a quick release. And on the Max, I do that by hitting this button now, so it goes into the venting position, which is that. You see this? And the pin just dropped, so we're gonna take the lid off. And now I'm just gonna take a spoon here and look at how perfect this rice is cooked. Absolutely perfect. Rinsing is everything here. Cooked perfectly. Let's take a spoon here and remove our rice and place it in a bowl. All right, there we go. And there's our pot. If there's a few grains of rice still left in there, that's fine, don't worry about it. All right, now hit that cancel button, or the keep warm cancel button if your model has it. And now we want to go to hit the saute button. Make sure that we're on the high setting. And then we hit the start button if your model has one. If your model doesn't have a start button, all we do is we simply just wait a few seconds and it'll automatically begin the process. All right, now we want to go to the Instant Pot and we want to add in 2 tablespoons of ghee, or you can use butter. Ghee is a clarified butter, and that means there's no milk solids in it, which actually means that it's also paleo compliant. But this is a rice dish, so it's not going to be a paleo compliant dish in general. But in terms of butter, if you ever wanted it on a paleo diet, you can use ghee. All right, so once the ghee is melted and bubbling, I want to take 4 cups of kale that's already chopped up and has the stems removed. Proper term from that is stemmed. Usually you can get this in the market in bags where it's already done for you. Add that to the pot. And we're gonna saute this in the ghee for about 3 minutes until the kale gets a bit crispy. And you'll see that after about like 30 seconds of stirring the kale in the pot, it'll already just cook down significantly. Now, if you don't like kale, believe me, after this happens to it, you're gonna love it. All right, and after about 3 to 5 minutes of sauteing our kale, it's gonna have gotten nice and crispy. Let's take a spoon and remove it into a bowl. All right, perfect. Now the bottom of the pot might look like there's a little bit caked on there. Don't worry about it. We're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. And after we let that heat up for a minute, I'm going to add in my shallots, as well as 6 cloves or 2 tablespoons of crushed or minced garlic. And you can actually add some scallions if you'd like here as well, but it's a blizzard outside right now and I just don't have the strength or bravery to go to the market. So now I'm just gonna saute this in the pot for about 2 minutes. And you're gonna see as the onions and garlic are sauteing, anything brown on the bottom of the pot is gonna start to come up a bit, and that's actually gonna add some great flavor, trust me on that. All right, and 2 minutes after sauteing our shallot and garlic and scallions, we've added them in. Now we're gonna add in 8 ounces of mushrooms that are sliced. You can use white or baby Bella. And we're gonna saute this for another 3 minutes until the mushrooms have cooked down a bit. Okay, now that my mushrooms are nice and sauteed, I'm going to kill the heat on the pot. All right, now let's turn our pot off again. I'm going to return my rice to the pot. And I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of coconut aminos. And if you don't know what coconut aminos are, they look like this. They are a wonderful substitute for soy sauce. It's less sodium, and there's also no soy in it at all. It's also gluten-free. And you can also use tamari, which tastes just like soy sauce, similar as well. Coconut aminos also has a little element of sweetness to it, but it doesn't taste like coconut at all. If you hate coconut, it tastes nothing like it. It's almost like a combination of a soy sauce and teriyaki sauce. 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of raw honey, and this is optional for extra flavor, 2 teaspoons of fish sauce. This adds really great flavor on its own. It's pungent, but it's great when mixed in. You don't have to add it at all though. And now I'm just gonna stir everything around in the pot. And again, if the bottom of your pot is a little bit browned, who cares? You'll just clean it after this. It's not gonna affect anything. And you see that? The bottom of the browning of the pot comes right up when you mix all those sauces in. Gets it right up, and I love mixing it right into the rice. Perfect every time, adds extra flavor. Perfect. All right, so now I want to add in my kale. Reserve some of it though for topping if you wish. Here's my kale, and of course you could always add more kale if you want in the beginning step like I was doing. You don't just have to add that amount, you could add more. But this is the final touch. And there we have it, folks, crispy kale fried rice. Let's serve it up. All right, so I'm gonna put some in a bowl here. Weight it up a bit. And then you could top it with a little bit more crispy kale if you wish. And voila, crispy kale fried rice. Let's try it out. And here it is, guys, my crispy kale fried rice. And I'm gonna take some chopsticks while I try this out. Here we go. Look at that. Be still, my crispy kale heart. Okay, I don't really love kale on its own. I just don't. But it's like this, I'm obsessed. It tastes so good, and you forget that this is brown rice. There's so much flavor going on in this. It's one of the lightest rices you can have. Is it crispy? Okay, I shouldn't chew with my mouth open, or talk with it open. It's outrageous, it's absolutely delicious. You have that sweet crispness of the kale, and then you have the mushrooms in there. If you want to add the mushrooms, you don't have to add the mushrooms, which adds a really nice balance in the texture. And then you have all those wonderful flavors going on from the sesame oil, from the coconut aminos, and if you want to add in a little bit of the fish sauce, by all means, feel free. It really ties everything together nicely. Crispy kale fried rice, all done in one pot. Not only is it done in one pot, but it's so easy and the results are just simply astounding. Guys, it's also gonna be in my lighter step-by-step Instant Pot cookbook because this absolutely deserves a place in that book. If you love kale, and if you don't love kale, you're gonna love this dish. Take it from me. It's a wonderful main or a side. You could have it either way. It's just bomb diggity. Guys, if you enjoy these videos and these recipes, check out PressureLoveCooking.com. I have a slew of them there. The website just got a facelift. Yes, it got Joan Riversified. Check it out. So much easier for you to use. Also, of course, at Pressure Love Cooking on Facebook. Like that page, facebook.com/PressureLoveCooking. Anytime a new recipe comes out, deals on items, tips, you don't want to miss that. And of course, at Pressure Love Cooking, subscribe to me on YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter. Tweet, twiddly-dee. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you try this rice that has some kale, I guarantee you, you will not fail. I guess I always have to come up with some silly rhyme at the end of my videos now. Whatever. Enjoy.